This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I am out on location with Pristine Carpet Cleaning. For over 30 years, they've been providing professional carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning for folks all along the Front Range here. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Let's start off a little bit about yourselves. I mean, quite honestly, over 30 years, you've been involved in this industry. It was in 2011, the guys came home and basically decided to bring you out of retirement. Obviously, this type of industry is in their blood. Share with me how this all got started for you guys.
Basically, after I got out of the military and out of school, I started looking for a job and decided I didn't want to work for anybody else. And so I saw a carpet cleaning truck go by and, I can do that. So I went and got myself hired for a couple of years with another company to get a foundation on myself, and then I started my own company.
Excellent. What year was that when you got started there?
1980.
1980. Excellent. Let me ask you this. Obviously, back in the day, and even more so today, our carpet is one of the most worn items in our house. It gets a lot of wear and tear, especially in this climate. We're talking about, snow, rain, sleet. We see it all sometimes all within the same week. We throw quite a bit at our carpet, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it is definitely the filthiest things in our home.
I think so. Let me ask you this, be it landlords that buy their carpet for their rentals or homeowners that are buying carpet, we're all looking and hoping that it's going to last for us. Longevity. How does proper carpet cleaning play a part in that?
If you take care of the carpets the way the manufacturers recommend, your carpet should last, depending on the quality of the rug to begin with, anywhere from builder's grade rug will last about 10 years up to, we've seen carpets well over 50 years old.
Interesting. So basically keeping it clean, does that just keep a lot of the grime and dirt out of it so it's not wearing it out, or how does that work?
Well, actually the wear is caused by, dust is microscopic, and as you walk on the carpet you are literally cutting the strands of the fibers every time you take a step. Dust has 1/2 the cutting edge of glass, so it's very sharp. So as you walk on the carpet, you're grinding that into the fabric. This cuts the fibers become intertwined, they lay down, they mat, they attract more dirt and dust. The more dirt and dust they attract, the more damage occurs to the rug.
A lot of processes out there folks are using for cleaning their carpet. What you have chosen is dry foam. Share with me a little bit what that process is.
We use a enzyme cleaning process. We don't use shampoos, we don't use detergents. We use enzymes that have been specifically bred to eat the oil and grease in your carpet that attract and hold the dirt to the fibers. Because we get rid of what actually holds the dirt to the fibers, the carpets come up cleaner, they stay cleaner for a longer period of time. The dust and dirt particles are actually emulsified.
So it's almost a chemical process. Something's going on more than just scrubbing.
That is correct. There is a lot going on, not just scrubbing.
How does this process differ from, let's say, hot steam that a lot of people are familiar with?
Well, first off, steam cleaning isn't steam most of the time. It's just hot water that's put in the carpet at a high pressure. They get the padding wet, they get the carpet soaking wet, and we have lots of customers that complain about how wet the carpet is after they've actually cleaned the rug. Now, to be all honest, that method can do a very adequate job of cleaning your carpet. It's not the method so much as the technicians behind the process itself. If the technicians are properly trained, if they care that you get a good job, you're going to get a good job from any method out there.
Speaking of professional technicians, so, I mean, the do-it-yourselfer kind of guys, they sometimes feel if they put some harsh chemicals or harsh cleansers down in your carpet, it's the best job. Quite honestly, is your process safe for kids, safe for pets across the board?
My products are set up for people with extreme allergies. So people with children, pets, dogs, anybody with us, over 99% of the people will never have a problem with my products.
That is great. The average dry time. I mean, I notice a lot of times people are using a lot of water on theirs. This is environmentally good because you guys don't use as much water. Is that correct?
For approximately 1,000 square feet of carpet, we use about 1 gallon of water.
Wow, that is pretty impressive. So dry time on carpets, what is that?
Depending on what the issues are with the customers. If they have pet issues, urine in the carpet, we may need to do pet mitigation. If that needs to be done, that's going to prolong the drying time, of course. But average drying time is between 2 to 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's excellent. Justin, let me ask you this. Obviously, carpets are what you guys are known for. What about rugs? We're talking about specialty rugs. I see some beautiful rugs in homes. Is this process gentle enough, yet able to get the job done?
Oh, yes, we actually specialize in Persian rugs. We'll actually go in, take a look at them, see what the actual knot count is, check if the dyes are indelible, and then we'll bring them back to our shop and actually take care of them there. Typically, we'll have them for about a week to 10 days, and we'll actually have our specialist take a look at them. He'll take care of them, get them looking good for you.
Does this process work the same way when we're talking about upholstery? And is that something you're able to help with folks as well?
Yes, typically upholstery basically is the exact same thing. We'll have a couple different differences like microfiber that takes a little bit longer simply because it can get water spots on it if it's not done evenly, so you'll have to take more time on it.
Excellent. One of your specialties, guys, is that of stain removal. I mean, that's one of the first things I think of calling a professional for. I got a few stains that I've seen accumulate throughout the house. Is that something you can focus in on and help with?
Yeah, typically we can remove a lot of spots and stains. Now, what does depend on is what was spilled on the carpet, how long it's been there, and of course what you've done to it. Typically, anything with a dye, once it dries in the carpet, like Kool-Aid, wine, something like that, once it's dry, it's actually changed the color of the carpet, and there's not much you can do about it. But oil-based stains, stuff like that, we can get rid of pretty easily.
If it can come out, you can get it out. I mean, you're not miracle workers, and some things are in there for life. What about carpet that's been there for quite a few years and maybe needs sanitized? Maybe it's starting to smell a little bit. Is that something you're able to go in and provide?
Yes. In fact, anytime you clean carpets, people are under a misconception that if you clean a rug, that you get rid of the odors. It's not true. Everybody has done a load of laundry that they forgot was in the washing machine.
That is correct.
And when you open the lid the next day or 2 days later, you smell mildew and mold.
That is right. And we washed
So you
it.
rewash the clothes, you still haven't added anything to kill the bacteria. All right? Your carpets are exactly the same thing. The best way to look at it, your rug, it's the most expensive fabric in your house. It's like your best dress or your favorite blouse or suit. If you use products on it that you wouldn't put on your clothes, don't put it on your carpet. All right? But disinfecting the rugs, getting rid of the mildew, the algae spores, the bacteria that actually grows in the rugs is relatively easy.
Interesting. What about if folks have pets? Maybe you have an area of your carpet that a pet frequents quite often, or maybe even makes a mess or two there. Is there a special process of going in deep and taking that out?
Yeah, typically we will use two products to get rid of pet urine or vomit or the other that you don't really want to think about. One is an antimicrobial that goes on the surface. What it does, it kills all the germs, bacteria, mold, mildew, algae, what he was just talking about. The second one is an actual product that will eat uric acid out of your carpet, and that one will actually treat the backing of your carpet, the padding, and actually the subflooring underneath. That way we prevent it from coming back up.
The thing that we're trying to get out there more than anything else is we are the only company in Denver that I know of that will unconditionally guarantee to eliminate pet odor, period, in a house.
Excellent. How do folks get their carpets ready for you? What would you like to see done before you guys walk in?
As little as possible. We try to make it as convenient for the customer as possible. If they have small toys, clothes on the carpet, shoes, that we want up. As far as furniture, leave it alone. In fact, don't even bother vacuuming the carpets because we're going to vacuum the rug regardless of whether you did it before we got there or not.
Excellent. That is good to know. Obviously, it's great for you to come in, get these carpets done periodically, keeping them up to shape. What about touch-ups? What about people, I mean, do you come back in and touch up some areas?
We have a 30-day guarantee, so if you're not happy with the job or something happens after we leave, we will come back and take care of it, and that's on us.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at the reviews. That's the first thing we do at Consumer News Television. We check out what the public has to say about these guys, and you're going to find out that a lot of people are very happy out there, basically keeping their carpets looking like they did when they first laid them down. And if you have kids, you got pets, you're going to have a few messes. I know that from experience. check it out there. You can actually go right online and book an appointment right there as well. They're going to take a look at the process. You can see the different areas of carpet they do. We're talking about residential as well as commercial. They charge pretty much by the room when it comes to residential, charging by the square foot when it comes to commercial areas there. And so regardless of what it is. Obviously, one of the things out there is a lot of times I think about bringing somebody in to do one room of the house or maybe two rooms of the house. Do you actually save money when you do a complete home?
Yes, we have actually two packages for homeowners. We have a standard whole house package. It's actually a maintenance program. It is based on $30 a square foot at this point. Or correction, $30 per 100 square feet of carpet. We clean the carpets, we disinfect them, we put a soil retardant back on the rug. We move the furniture, put it all back when we're finished. Once a customer has had that done, in 6 months we come back out for a very nominal fee, 15% of the original cost. So if the package is a $300 package for 1,000 square feet of carpet, we'll come out for $45 and do all the traffic areas through that area again. We do the same thing at a year. And if they like the service we perform, we would appreciate it if they would renew their contract.
Excellent. Easy enough. Obviously, carpets across the board in the house. What about stairs? Stairs is one thing that it just seems like it would be a hard maneuvering. Is that something you guys are able to do?
We do stairs almost in every single house here in Denver, so
It's a common thing you do.
It's a common thing. We actually clean them by hand. We've never found a piece of equipment that will actually put as much oomph into it that we want on the staircase. So we actually scrub them out by hand. Every square inch of the carpet is done.
I know that's a labor-intensive process, absolutely. Let me ask you this, the last question, Ed. Are you glad the boys brought you back out of retirement there in 2011? Is this still something you enjoy doing?
Oh, I love doing it, but my wife loves it more.
That's the truthful answer. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website. Contact information is right on the bottom of the screen as well. Give these guys a call. This is a family-owned and operated company, veteran-owned and operated company. You're bound to hear somebody on the other side of that line that can take care of you. Schedule up the appointment. Remember that it's Pristine Carpet Cleaning. It's not just clean, it's pristine clean. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.